After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Pinhook and Needles Podcast, episode 2014. I was going to say 2014.
Yeah, we haven't quite done that many.
No. Welcome to Pinhook and Needles Podcast, episode 214. It is Monday, July 4th, 2016.
Monday.
Happy Independence Day to all of you in the United States. We hope you're having a wonderful extended weekend. Welcome to the PHN Woman Cave.
Fun Woman Cave.
The PHN Fun Woman Cave. I am Marlecia, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I am Talia, known as Franciscan Gypsy.
Okay.
And you are not wearing any knitwear.
I am not. It's raining outside.
And that precludes you wearing knitwear how?
It's raining outside.
Very good.
It is.
This is your weather report.
Yes, and it's an accurate one. I'm not throwing darts at a dartboard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We want to welcome all new and returning viewers. If you are returning, thank you for joining us again here at the Fun Woman Cave. We're glad to have you with us, of course. We are also glad to have our new viewers who are with us. If you are still in the shadows, new or returning, and you haven't joined us officially, please feel free to do so you can be eligible for prizes and giveaways and things like that. And we do have a few who are official that we want to welcome. We have ENJ 0710, who I don't have a name for, but we welcome you. Glad to have you. Very glad to have you. We have N.E. Patrish, who is Patricia. Welcome, Patricia.
N.E. Patrish.
Yes. We have House Fam, who is Pat. Welcome, Pat. And then we have Green Yarn 2, who is Emerly, and I had my show notes already sent, so I had to write it on a sticky note. So welcome, Emerly. We're glad to have you all.
I can actually read that.
Four new members, official. Yay! Welcome to the podcast. We're glad to have you with us. Before we get into our normal schedule of events, so to speak, I want to do some promotions like I always do. We have some alongs that I want to talk about before we get into our own. We have the OYCZ, Out of Your Comfort Zone, along, which is with PJ Matilda, who is Pam, and she has the PJ Matilda podcast. She doesn't have a Ravelry group, but Gimme Yarn 418, who is Erin from Thank God It's Finished group, she has a thread in there. So she's allowed Pam to put a thread in there for this along. And what it is, out of your comfort zone. So if you haven't knit socks, maybe you should try knitting socks. If you are afraid to crochet a swatch, something like that. This is out of your comfort zone. And it is hosted by PJ Matilda from PJ Matilda podcast, and the thread is in Gimme Yarn, in Thank God It's Finished group, which is Gimme Yarn 418, who is Erin. And it sounds like a lot of fun. I have a couple things that are kind of out of my my comfort zone, so maybe I'll be taking part in that if I don't get too bogged down in other things.
I have too many other longs going on.
Well, I have some. I have some that I'm doing. Just the fact that I'm doing a shawl along is out of my comfort zone when I have 6 shawls in 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm not going to finish those, so I probably won't have a finished object. But that might be fun. If you're up for that, it might be fun. It could be something small.
There's not a whole lot that's out of my comfort zone.
Yeah. Well, for me, I'm just considering something I haven't done before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is, and the rules were that it's actually a cal because both crochet and knit are allowed. It starts July 1st and runs through the 31st. And the object is to knit or crochet something outside your comfort zone. Okay? It can even be something as small as a stitch.
Mom, would it count your loom knitting? Like, say if you decided that you were going to do loom knit socks.
Probably, because I haven't done socks.
Mm-hmm.
And I am new to loom knitting. I don't know. It might. But, if you want to get all the particulars, go over to the Thank God It's Finished thread, or better yet, even, well, not even better yet, join both groups. Go to PJ Matilda's podcast. She doesn't have a group of her own. So, that...
Sounds like that might need to be rectified.
I think she's had one before. She found it hard to keep up with.
Okay.
So she's doing it. Erin very graciously said, hey, you can have a thread in our group.
That's kind of her, and I do understand, because, we're blessed enough that our group runs itself.
We have wonderful moderators.
We have, not just,
and
our moderators are awesome, and our people all
fantastic.
play well together.
They do. They don't have to be supervised.
We don't have to babysit.
No, they're wonderful. You guys are great.
You play well together. Yes. You share your toys.
We are bragging. Yes. Okay. All right. And the rules are in that group, and you can also, like I said, listen to PJ Matilda's podcast to find out more. Now, the July and August, I believe it's July and August, craft along with Kenneth, and I mentioned this last time.
I thought Kim was doing that.
Pardon?
I forgot Kim was doing that. Oh yeah,
I'm
way behind.
He's not able to do the read along with us this year for health reasons, as you all know. Please do continue to keep him in your prayers. He did have a podcast. He did show up in the group. Just I think it was a week or two ago. So, but he does want continued prayers if you don't mind, and he is going to have this is a little less of a commitment for him, so he can do it this way. He's doing a craft along, and if it's read, it can be double dipped an hour long, and you can check his group for more details about that. The Whip It Cal was just hosted by Crocheting Hoovian. That is Laura Concert.
That's done now, isn't it?
No. It's still going.
How long is it going?
It goes through July 31st. May 1st through July 31st. And that is exactly what it sounds like. Pull out your plops, pull out your whips, and work on them. I don't even think they have to be finished. Just post whatever you have that you're working on. It has to be worked on in that period of time in the Crochet Hoovian Allegiance.
Oh, the Allegiance? I can't
Allegiance
remember.
group. So have fun with that, okay? And you will hear more about her later on. Okay, the Toy Along hosted by That Crochet Kid, who is Brian, from Brian's Yarniverse. And this is his first Cal. It runs from June 1st to July 31st. And you may see it may seem a little inactive, but I think he's moving. So,
yeah.
Bear with that, and just it looks like a lot of fun. Bear with. And you can see the rules in his group. Okay, and he had made special provisions if you made a toy that went to Laura's project of Ronald McDonald House. It would have 2 chances for the FO for a prize.
Does he do whips? I can't remember.
I don't know. I can't remember either. I think he's got finished objects only.
That could be. That's a very common rule.
Yeah. Okay, now, the Autism Awareness Cal, do you want to do that after I do the prizes, or do you want to do... Yeah, I think that's probably better, right?
The Autism Awareness after the prizes?
No, you want to do the cardiac after.
Yeah.
Okay. She'll talk about that. I'm going to go...
You do realize I never write my my rules down for the cardiac stuff.
I put it in here.
I know you do, because eventually I end up just, pretending that I usually make you spout the rules, because I'm a horrible person that way.
She is. Okay.
I usually just take the crocheting time.
She
likes the sound of her own voice.
Not really. Excuse me, I need a drink. Oh,
what are you drinking?
In my tortoise versus hare.
Oh, that is so awesome that we drink with different hands.
Yes. Tortoise versus hare cups. I have chai tea.
And I have a new tea. Have you tried this one yet? I don't think you've tried this one yet.
I get to try kinds of things on the podcast. Let me clear my palate a little bit.
Do you need water first?
Yeah. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to get a tummy ache with water and different kinds of tea, but...
Palate cleared?
Yeah.
You might have tried this one. I'm not sure. I know you tried the other one that came with this.
Well, that's good. Tastes like England tea.
You said that about the other one. This one actually should by all rights taste like England tea. Although no, that was the other one I should have. This is Home is Where the Tea Is. Breakfast Black Tea Blend.
Yummy.
This is one of my new teas. I'm just going to show you the teas now because I'm talking about them. This has Assam Black Tea, Ceylon Black Tea, Vanilla Essence, Love, and Gratitude. And it has some caffeine. So if I'm a little happier than normal, that's why. And then the other tea, you really liked this one, Mom. I'm still making my mind about this one because I'm not a huge fan of white tea. It's
super.
a little too subtle for me usually.
It's really good.
This is afternoon high. It's afternoon high tea, white tea. And this has white tea, peach pieces, apricot peaches, marigold peaches, pear essence, love, and gratitude. And I love everything in it. The white tea is just a little subtle for me. It always is.
I think it's awesome.
With the constant congestion that I have with allergies. It's not that I hate this tea. I don't think there's any plum deluxe tea I hate. This just isn't one of my top ones simply because it's a white tea.
Okay.
But I knew that when I got it.
I like that yarn.
That yarn?
That yarn.
Oh! I was like, are you calling tea yarn now?
Okay, into the prizes, because I know that's what you're waiting for. Mm-hmm. Okay, the Autism Awareness Cal is finished. We had 2,777 posts. It was huge. Absolutely huge. Okay, lots of projects, lots of whips and FOs and just chatter and wonderful, exciting stuff. Great. Thank you for all your participation. The people who posted videos, the people who posted links, the people who posted projects and whips and things and comments. Thank you very, very much for making it a super Cal.
Yes.
Let's get right into it then for the prizes. The first prize is a skein of yarn that was donated by Debbie 1608, and it was yarn that she dyed in her own Autism Awareness colors. And let me find that.
I thought you would have us all organized.
Well, I don't.
I thought you would say, yes, I do.
Is this it?
Yes.
Yes, this is it. This is Allison Roseboom. And Allison, I PM'd you and I tagged you in the thread. You need to read your messages, child. Okay.
Okay, then.
This is yours, Allison.
You have been balled out.
Yes, because you said you were going to the States. If you were going to the States and you were visiting Brittany, let me know if you want this sent to Brittany's house instead, if it's okay with you, Brittany. Okay? So, this is yours, Allison.
Brittany, you're just a farrier of
That's all.
Allison's goods.
That's all.
That's all.
Yeah. We love Brittany.
Brittany might be like, I don't know what happened to your yarn, Allison. It just got lost in roots.
Yeah. So, Brittany, you let me know if that's okay. If not, Allison, if it's not okay, if you're not going to be home or whatever, I know it's okay because she asked that before, but
yeah.
If you have plans for whatever reason, let us know and we'll work out something else with Allison, hopefully.
You know, you can trust your friends, but you really trust them with your yarn.
Yeah, this is yarn. This is really nice, Allison.
Did you say this is yarn?
I said, yes, this is really nice.
I heard, yeah, this is yarn.
Okay. And it has stitch markers too, Allison. So this is for you, Allison. It's from Debbie 1608. Thank you, Debbie, for the donation.
I'm glad we know that's yarn and not a tribble.
Yes. Okay. Now the next prize is from Junkinit, who is Ann Brody. This is one of Ann Brody's lovely Silver Shed USA bags. And this is a medium size in what I call the stylish foxes fabrics. And this goes to Valeria. Okay, Valeria.
Or it could be cool foxes.
Yes. Valeria, I know I have your address. Send it to me, please. Okay. Valeria, this is yours. Just send the addresses to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yes. Do not send them to Talia. Talia is horrific at keeping up on Ravelry, particularly when I'm working on tutorial videos. My computer is being very persnickety. It's only letting me do like one thing at a time, or it takes forever.
Right. So
I probably need a new computer.
So Valeria, this is for you. Just send me your address. Congratulations, Allison. Send me your address, or wherever it is you want me to send this. You want Talia and I to send your yarn. Okay, so that's that one.
Yes, when she says, "Do you want me to send?" she means
her.
Me.
I don't do that.
That's why I don't feel bad when she starts taking over talking about the along and all that, because I do all the mailing.
Almost all of it.
Most of it.
I've done stuff at the post office.
Yes, it's when it goes to Canada, because Canada.
Yeah,
is...
Canada's outrageous, but we love the people in Canada anyway. Maureen. Hugs to Maureen.
Yes.
Let me get Maureen on here. She's such a sweetheart. She's a good sport. Maureen. Okay. Okay. Now, This one was donated by Mima Knits 2, who is Robin. And this is a skein of lollipop yarn. And it's heels and, with the heels and toes minis. Shush. Okay. This goes to Debbie 1608. So Debbie, you get yarn.
Yay, Debbie.
Now Debbie 1608, please send me your address, your mailing address, and please send me your what it is you won. Okay? Lollipop yarn. I need to know these things because I get confused.
Yes,
Okay.
do not confuse her.
Do not confuse me or you might get the wrong thing. Okay? All right, so
It'd be very
congratulations.
disappointing if you are really excited about what you won.
Yes. Okay. The next prizes came from Christina, Mama C. Let me find it here. There it is. Okay. This is from Christina, who is Mama C. The first prize from Mama C are these 3 skeins of yarn. It's Knit Picks, Prima Cotton, and it's 75% Prima Cotton and 25% acrylic.
And guys, this is just in time for
Time
the
for the
read
read-along. And you've got a total of almost 400 yards.
And guys, it's sport weight.
Sport weight.
So think about it. You can use it to do a tortoise or a hare with that yarn.
There's enough in here for a shawl even. A shawl.
Well, you said it's 400?
It's for approximately 400 yards.
There's enough for even an oops in that.
So
Just
this-
use a small hook.
this is Amy, Miss World. This is yours. So send me your address, Amy. Congratulations. She's another one of our donators. So Amy, send me your address.
And Amy's a designer. She
She
probably
could do
had-
anything with that. Yeah. And the bag goes to Family Diva, who is Sue. Sue,
Hey, Sue.
I know I have your address. Send it to me, please. Okay, Sue.
I have something else in that fabric.
This is a lovely bag by Mama C. Look at the inside. I love this. It's beautiful. Okay, so Sue's address and what you won. Okay, please make sure you put what you want on here. I do get confused very easily. It's my whatever age I am brain. Okay, let me see here. Okay, the next one.
Brain damage.
Okay, B-Wing. You have won the Miss World pattern.
You might want to turn on your generator.
I'm trying to.
I think it's on the side now.
No, it's not.
Oh, mine's on the side.
Oh, maybe it is on. Let's see, it's there. There it
Oh,
goes.
okay.
I'm
It
sorry.
takes me a while to remember
I
with
lost
this
my
new
show
Kindle.
notes. Yeah. Okay. Amy, who just we just mentioned, donated that autism awareness bear and weighted lap pad, and B-Wing, you won it. So
Oh, Brittany, you can make it. Yeah, you'd have a lot of fun with that. That'd be cute.
yeah, it'd be great for JD even the bear especially.
Doesn't the bear come with part of the lap pad, or is it 2 separate patterns? I can't remember.
No, it's one pattern.
Okay.
It's, Brittany, I don't remember if she said to contact.
Oh, that's so good with Brittany's Comforting Crafts thing, too.
Yeah, it is.
If you guys don't recall, Brittany has Comforting Crafts. It's a Ravelry group and a Facebook group. They do charity. Check it out.
Yes, it's really very important. Okay, Brittany, I will contact Amy for you because I think that's what she said in her message to me. I'm going to contact Amy for you and you will receive that pattern, okay? Congratulations. Okay, for the bags that were donated by... No, I'm sorry, hold on. These are the patterns. These patterns were donated by Yarnsit, who is Jean. Okay, she donated 5
Oh, that's
patterns
right.
of Talia's, okay? The first pattern is...
Oh, good. These are people who...
I made sure.
Because there's so many of you who have all my patterns.
This is MVA 5493.
Now, I'm just going to hold 1 second. If you decide you want a pattern that is currently in testing...
You'll have to wait for it.
Yeah, you have to wait for it.
Yeah.
But talk to Yarnsit about, because she's the one who is purchasing.
Right.
This
So
is not for me.
you need to contact Yarnsit, okay? MVA 5493.
Motor Vehicle Association?
Yeah. You won one of the...
What? No.
You're going to confuse these people. Let me get through this.
Okay.
Okay, MVA 5493. Contact Yarnsit. You have won a Franciscan Gypsy Designs pattern. All 5 of these people have won one pattern. Polly 81. Polly, you know how to get in touch with Yarnsit. Just tell her which of Talia's patterns you want. Sylvia 1002. Contact Yarns It. Let her know which pattern you want of Talia's. Pettis Kim Knits. Kim.
Yeah, Kim.
Contact Yarns It. Tell her what pattern you want. And Tigger Girl, Vanessa.
Hey, Vanessa.
Let Yarns It know which pattern you want. And Talia, I think what you should do when you tag this is put down contact Yarns It.
Okay.
Okay? For pattern.
You'll have to make sure you actually give me this.
Yeah, this is your copy.
Okay, good. Now, wasn't that one song where the guy gets stuck on the train because he doesn't have one more?
That's the MTA.
MTA. Okay.
Okay.
Now in healthcare, we say MVAs are also motor vehicle accidents.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay, sorry, MVA.
And I didn't pick
What's
up on
your
the
name?
I don't know. I was just concentrating on getting the prizes.
Well, I'm sorry, you are not a motor vehicle accident. Or
No.
neither are you part of the sloth slow.
She's referencing
Zootopia.
Zootopia, yeah. Okay. Now the 4 canvas bags that were donated by Rainrose Knits. And thank you, Yarns It, for your generous donation, plus getting Talia's patterns out there. Thank you very much.
And congrats to the winners.
Congratulations. Okay, Rainrose Knits, who is Margaret, donated 4 Autism Awareness canvas bags to the following winners. And these are the bags.
Oh, that's right.
These are lovely. They came from Ireland, I think.
I forget about these prizes after we haven't seen them for a while, so it's all exciting and all over again.
Okay, so there's 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very generous. Thank you very much. Mama C, Christina, address please. I know I have it, but give it to me anyway. Manda Jane, Crocheting Hoovian, and Rose Bob.
I'm pretty sure we have all of your addresses, but give them to us
send them
anyway.
to us anyway.
And we haven't sent you anything in a long time,
Yes.
Rose.
Yes, Rose. So we want to send these out to you.
There's
You
a
each
bunny.
want one of these. So send me your address, and we will get these out to you. Talia will mail them. Okay.
Oops, is bunny.
Hold on. I don't want to spill Oops Bunny on my stuff here. Okay. This is going to be a little bit longer of a podcast because we have so many generous prizes.
Well, we might
for you
need to
guys.
pause and get another tea because I know I'm already halfway through my tea.
Okay. Let's see. That takes care of these. Okay. Now we're up to the yarn that was donated by Spicy Homemaker. Okay.
That's a mama.
Yes, Spicy Mama. And we'll be talking about her later on as well.
Stay
This
tuned.
lovely yarn. This is Funny Papers.
At least we warn you when we're going to be talking about people.
Yes. This is Spicy Homemaker's donation. It is Miss Babs Yowza What a Skein. So that's like 560 yards of light worsted weight in the Funny Paper colorway. And the winner of this is Diana Pierce 21.
Someone said theirs had more red in it. I think that was actually...
I said that several times.
Yeah, Melissa's
has a lot more pink or red or something in it.
Yours has more green.
It has more green in it, and this is going to Diana Pierce.
Aren't you lucky,
So Diana Pierce 21, please contact me with your address, and we'll get this out to you.
It's a beautiful yarn.
It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Makes me want to go pick up one. Okay.
Because we don't usually give away Miss Babs, because we hoard Miss Babs. The only reason why you have Miss Babs is because Melissa's generous.
Melissa gave it to me. I'm like,
and it's like, this is not ours. This
Not
is not
ours.
ours. Not ours.
it tested our willpower. Okay. All right. The next one is my mini skeins.
Who is the lucky winner?
Okay. The mini skeins.
She's building up the suspense by
I had to
looking
find
at-
them. That I dyed up, and I'll be curious to see how these work out because I've never made anything with them.
Do you
That's
have all of them?
I think so. Let me see.
Yeah, you have all
one,
of
2,
them.
3, 4, 5, plus the mini. Okay, these go to Studio Von Designs.
Oh,
Bonnie, I hope you like these.
It's not creme brulee, but...
There's no creme brulee in here. I'm sorry, but I hope you like these. Send me your address, Bonnie, and let me know what you make with these. I'd like to see. Congratulations. Okay. As if I forget what she's going to get. Okay. Full name and address.
But this isn't necessarily about you forgetting. It's about...
Her forgetting?
Well, me forgetting, too.
No, I've got everything written out.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this is from Crocheting Hoovian, who is Laura Concert.
Mm-hmm.
And she was one of our co-hosts
More about her later.
More about her later. And she donated. It was so fun to have her with us.
Yes.
She donated 2 Ravelry
Do you want to try that again?
Ravelry downloadable patterns of $10 or less, 1 to each of 2 lucky winners. Okay, so you contact Laura if you hear your name. Just let us know that you've done it. Okay, Kathy Sand and Lollipop 1956. You guys have each won 1 Ravelry downloadable pattern of $10 or less from via Crocheting Hoovian. You get to pick the pattern you want,
And she'll
buy it for you. So contact Crocheting Hoovian.
And it has to be $10 or less, whatever pattern it is that you choose.
Right. Crocheting Hoovian, who is Laura Concert, and thank you very much, Laura. And you know how to spell it, you know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yeah, I can.
Now our other co-host for this donated. I don't have this. Heidi. I don't have this to show you. This is our lovely co-host who is Heidi.
Oh, that's right. She has it.
She has it. She has a skein of, I don't know what the weight is. I forget. I think it's.
I want to say it's fingering.
I think it's fingering in the sparkle base.
Oh yeah, I think it was sparkle. I do remember that
sparkle.
much.
And so she's donating 1 to our podcast, but she has it. So Maria Wilhelmina.
You lucked out, lady.
Mariette, you have won the sparkle base of the Autism Awareness colorway that Heidi Undead Yarn.
I seem to remember it being more blue.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Because all her autism awarenesses this time are slightly different. To the point, and actually it's really been fun this time how different they are.
Especially because even from base to base.
Yeah, so I think this one had more blue. Mine had a little bit more red, I think. Like a pinkish red.
And the one that Heidi sent, Laura sent me from Heidi, has like oranges and blues in it. It's gorgeous.
So it's really been quite fun to see what you end up getting with the autism awareness this time around.
So Taya, make sure she contacts Heidi. Okay, so Mariette, contact Heidi, Knitty Girl 1, who is Undead Yarn, and she will get that yarn out to you. Tell her you won the Autism Awareness colorway in the sparkle base. She'll know what you're talking about. Congratulations.
But please, we mentioned you. Contact her.
Yeah, contact her. Not us.
Not us.
Just let us know when you get it.
Yes.
Okay. Or that you've done it. Okay.
Or something.
Yeah. Okay. The DPN Autism Awareness needle holder that I bought from Heidi. Okay, from Heidi Packing Knits. This is yours.
My precious.
Okay, and where's the other one? Okay, here's Heidi had graciously replaced the one that was having a little difficulty snapping, and I finally found it again.
Yeah, and this one's mine.
This is it.
Yes, I was like, "Where's my?" Yeah, this one's mine.
So this goes to Debbie Jackson. So Debbie, please contact me about this. Okay, this is yours. All right.
I love this fabric.
Tell me what you won, and give me your full name and address. I know I have several of your names and addresses, but it makes me happy to get them in the email. Okay, thank you very much for that. Congratulations. Okay, now we have prizes. Yes, they go on and on. Okay.
This is the kind that never.
Okay. Shush, you're not helping. You're not helping. Okay, the multi-purple. This is from Emily, who is Chain of Fools, and she is usually a co-host with us, but couldn't do it this year, but she was still very generous in her donations. Okay, these 2 skeins of yarn go together, and this is going to go to...
I love this one. This one's beautiful.
This is... Where's the name for this one?
Did you not draw that one?
I thought I did.
Hold on, let's turn the page again. Let's see.
Ooh. Hold on, let me see if I just put it in the wrong place.
No, here you go. Here it is. These are the yarns. So,
that's the stone. This one is the stone.
No, that one's the stone.
No. This is, I can see because this is here. And this. It just got messed up when I was doing the thing. This came down to the other one. Trust me.
Okay, well, just make sure I know.
Yeah.
Because I send it off to the right place.
All right, this one. I'll just move this out here. Excuse me while I make a technical adjustment. Dawn Marie Knits.
Her notes decided they were going to act up. And I will end up sending it to the wrong person if she doesn't edit the notes.
Yeah. And this is... Okay. All right, that should be... Okay.
More correct.
That should be correct. Okay. All right, so I'm sorry for the...
For the pause in your regular programming.
This goes to Dawn Marie Knits. And Dawn Marie, I do not think I have your address because I think you're a first-time winner. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
That is very gorgeous. Like I said, I like this one.
Yeah. Okay, so please send me your full address and what you won because we had a little bit of a confusion and we want to make sure we get you the right prize. Okay? The second two-skein prize goes to Yarning for a Smile. And I forgot your name. I'm sorry I didn't write it. Yarning for a Smile. You get these 2 skeins of yarn. This is Ella Ray.
I've heard of Yellow Ray one.
Ella Ray lace merino, but I don't think it's lace weight. It's sock weight, I think, 460 yards. And so all 4 of these skeins are Ella Ray. So give me your address. This one goes to Yarnings for a Smile. This one goes to Dawn Marie Knits. And the stone, the sweater stone goes to Ange in the East. So I think that's Angela, right?
It is, I believe.
I think that's Angela, not Andrea. It's Angela.
I believe that's Angela.
Okay.
I forget which one Andrea is.
I think she's Andrew and something.
We don't want to confuse things.
We don't want to confuse things. This goes
to Ange in the East.
Okay, and I think that's Angela. Ange in the East.
That would be logical.
That would be logical. So send us your address, Angela, Ange in the East, and we will get this out to you with what you want. And tie this.
Yes, I remember now.
All right, now, I think that's it. Yes. So, we thank you all. We congratulate all the winners. We thank you all for participating.
I just want to write a note in advance. Well, I'll mention it when we get to that point because I've just made up my mind on something.
Okay. We want to thank you all for participating, and again, and congratulate all the winners, and thank all the participants, and just it was wonderful. I look forward to Autism Awareness every year, and it just you guys never disappoint, not ever. So, okay. We're going to move on to the next cow, which is Talia's baby. That is the... and we want to thank, before we go any further, we want to thank our 2 podcast co-hosts.
Yes, they are awesome.
They were awesome. Heidi, who is Undead Yarn, she has a wonderful Etsy shop, in case you didn't know. It's called Undead Yarn.
I believe yesterday she posted she still had a code up.
Does she? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I perused her shop, but I think I picked it clean of things that I really wanted.
Yeah, I'm waiting for her to put up some more stuff that's sport or DK weight. Mm-hmm. Or worsted. so
I think I pretty well picked her clean of the things I wanted.
I think I did too. So we tend to go right.
I don't have a lot of self-control when it comes to Heidi's yarn.
She doesn't. I go, look, Heidi has yarn,
and she does it on purpose. She's like, oh, she's no self-control when it comes to Heidi's yarn. Hey, look, you haven't been to Heidi's shop.
And I don't get a commission.
Check it out.
I don't get a commission either. I just do it because I love Heidi's yarn.
I have 2-gallon bags full of Heidi's yarn. I have more coming in, and I need to get another gallon bag so I can put that in there. I separate it from the other yarns because I'm afraid they will produce
multiply.
They'll multiply like
triples. Rabbits. Triples, yes. We have to watch that.
That's the episode of Star Trek that we have next.
Okay, with that, and I do want to say something on that with the yarn.
On triples?
No, with the yarn. That I will be mentioning that I'm going to be doing some more yarn destashing, and I will talk about that later. But we do want to thank our co-hosts Heidi Undead Yarn and Laura Concert, who is crocheting Hoovian. And I guess before we get in the cardiac awareness, we should say that we are doing the Towards the Hair with her.
Yes, which is Laura's baby.
That's Laura. She asked us to co-host, so everything is according. That's her cal. We are. Participating. We are co-hosting because she was
kind enough to invite us.
Yeah, we're excited about that.
It runs for 3 months, and whips are allowed, and
all tortoise and hares are allowed.
Yes,
but
it is the tortoise versus the hare.
And it can be a big tortoise too, because the the timid turtle.
We have.
It's just too big. We're crowded here.
Yeah, we don't want to knock over things with Timmy over here. Although
P-Jean.
P-Jean, she doesn't like being called Timmy.
She's a girl.
She doesn't like being called Timmy. It's okay, P-Jean. And
Serena.
Also a girl.
Yes, Serena. Serena.
The Biddy pattern.
Yeah.
And also a girl.
Oops. But Timmy's a boy.
This is Heidi Berry. Oops is a boy too.
Yes. So we got girls and boys.
And Biddy. No, Biddy's a girl. Actually, I'm not sure if Biddy's a girl or a boy.
Biddy's a baby.
Okay.
Okay.
I had to discuss it with Biddy. I'm not sure what Biddy is.
Anyway, Talia's patterns, tortoise and
I
hare.
think Biddy's a boy.
Timmy the timid turtle, Biddy the bashful baby turtle, and Oops the bunny will be featured by Laura, which we're
Yes.
very grateful for.
And in the spirit of tortoise versus hare, specialized mugs, we are providing on our end a prize of one of these mugs. And
On Laura's too.
Laura's as well. So
You could win one.
you could win one.
And as I said, one other last podcast, these will not be available for general consumption. The cups until after the cow, right?
Yeah, something occurred to me right before the podcast. I don't know if anyone would be interested in it, but it made me laugh. In my head, all of a sudden, there were these... for someone who really has not made that big of a blip on the toy designing field,
You're getting
arena, I have all these ideas about random things that no one could not enough people could
The toy
possibly
chest?
want.
I don't know. I think they're cute.
The idea that came to my head was like these T-shirts. On the front it would say tortoise versus hare. On the back it would either say Team Tortoise and have a picture of Oops. I mean, a picture of Biddy and Timmy. And then you'd have a different one that would have, of course, tortoise versus hare on the front. And the back, Team Hare and have a picture of Oops. And
Nobody would know what it means.
it gave me all sorts of joy.
Happy to have
But I don't know if
happy.
anyone would possibly want it.
Well, they can stay in the thread.
You'd probably be Team Tortoise.
Well, only because you want to be Team Hare.
Well, you make more tortoises.
I do. Well, actually, I make more owls. We have to do an owl and a pussycat.
Well, that eventually Owl and Pussycat has to be a thing.
Yeah.
We'd have to talk to Laura though, because I think
that would be
done
Laura's. Laura, we are, and I talked to Ty about this even before we started talking about this. I am putting a burr in your saddle or a bug in your ear. If you want to do maybe next year a
Owl
and the Pussycat. Mm-hmm. So, Laura, you have been
challenged.
No, not challenged. You have been what? Nudged.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nudged. Because we like doing things with Laura.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
So yeah, does anyone even think that's a cool idea?
I do. I think it's adorable. Davina
yeah.
would love it. I wonder whose team she would be.
I don't know.
That would be interesting.
I'd have to ask her. I'm not sure if she'd be tortoise or hare.
She'd probably say, "I want both."
But you can't choose. You'd have to pick a team, and I'd be really interested.
I'd be interested in seeing what she chooses.
Seeing what Davina chooses, and seeing where people. I almost want to start a conversation on the thread.
It's funny to see in Laura's and in our threads, which patterns get
I
made
need
more.
to start a poll.
Uh-huh.
And have it say Team Tortoise, Team Hare,
Mm-hmm.
and see. I mean, you can love both, but I am predominantly Team Hare. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think I counted them, and I've made 7 bunnies.
I'm predominantly Team Owl. But I guess it would have to be tortoise. I've made 2 bunnies, but I made 1, 2, 3. I'm on my 4th turtle. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that idea came to me right before the podcast, and like I said, for someone who really, my designs are a little blip on the screen. I'm not like a Stacy Trock or a Patchwork Moose or someone like that, but I come up with all these ideas.
I think it's a great idea. You guys can put in your 2 cents, and if there's enough interest, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say?
I could just see a couple people going want both and wanting both shirts.
Well, I don't know about that, but maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. Okay, now Laura, yes.
Although Laura is strongly Team Tortoise.
Yes, she is. Although she's almost as much an owl as I am too.
She's an owl?
No, with her owls. Yes, she's now. No. Okay.
I thought Spice and Mama was a An owl. We decided this.
Yes,
She was an
we did.
owl with an apron,
Now don't give... Yes. Melissa is an owl with an apron with ideas coming out of her
and
ears.
she had little maracas.
Okay. Poor Melissa. It's a good thing she's such a good sport because she's going to have a complex.
At least we have her being a sexy owl.
Anyway, what was I saying? Rules in our group are essentially what our rules normally are, which are pretty close to what Laura's are. Just check them out in whatever group you're doing. You do have to be a member of both groups to be able to post, okay? In ours and in hers.
Yes.
Both groups. Okay. That's a little different from our normal, but, you know, if you're going to do the tortoise and the hare because it's her cal, you need to be in both groups.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I guess it leads us on to cardiac read-along.
Finally. We're
I
only,
know.
what, 30 minutes in? 40 minutes in?
That's what happens when we have prizes.
Uh-huh.
And I think right before we do the actual project, I need another cup of tea. Because
My tea is almost gone.
mine is almost gone too. Actually, you can't even see the tea on the bottom because if I turn it too much, it's going to spill out.
Yep.
So the cardiac read-along, it also runs for 3 months. That and tortoise versus the hare run for the same period of time.
Right.
That's till
September.
June,
yeah.
July, August, September. All
Right,
through
because-
September.
Right, because September is when the toy log starts.
No, it's July, August, September. The
Yeah.
toy along starts in October.
You're right, it's October. It starts in October.
But
Why is that making a toy in September then?
we initially started in September,
Oh, okay.
and then we changed the time when we started.
Because we did October, November, December.
Right, because we initially didn't have the cardiac read along
Right.
when we first started. So I think initially we had like a 4-month along, and then when we had developed 4 alongs
Maybe, yeah.
a year, we just broke the year into quarters.
Right. Okay. So in any event,
Any event, cardiac read along runs for 3 months till the end of September. Knit crochet things red, and that includes all shades of red. This is the first year we're allowing all shades of red. No, I did bring it with me. I'll show that in a bit. We will be offering as a prize. First of all, we have something coming in, and we'll discuss that when it does come in, because I have no idea what it is.
prizes will be listed as we get them.
Yes. So we have a prize coming in, which I have no idea about. I want to wait till it arrives. And you know who I'm talking to. Thank you very much. I sent you a private message about it in response.
And this is also a prize for that. This is from Brittany.
Aww.
Remember she?
No, I'd forgotten.
Yeah, Brittany said that she said whatever one we wanted to.
I love those.
They're teapot. Yeah, Brittany, you don't know how hard it was for me not to keep these because that is so cute.
That is adorable.
So this is the teapot. I don't know if there are others in here because I haven't opened it. But
Because it's not ours.
It's a nice little set. Her cards are amazing.
They are.
So this
and
is-
you guys have been receiving Brittany's cards for years because I think it actually has been years.
A couple of years.
Because we send
Almost upon her joining, she's been giving us cards.
Yeah, because we send Brittany's cards
To everybody.
with prizes.
I use them for thank you notes too.
I occasionally do, but because I use them so consistently for prizes, I don't like stealing them
Yeah.
from that. Because when they're out, I have to.
Yeah. Well, I have some that say specifically like, a specific sentiment
Right.
that might not work for prizes.
yeah.
So I send that out to my parents or something like that. They're lovely cards, and whoever gets those cards as a prize is going to be a lucky person.
Yes. Also, there will be. We usually donate the crochet red and the knit red
One copy of each.
books. We are doing this along with
Oh yeah,
Melissa,
who is Spicy
who's
Homemaker.
Spicy Homemaker, and she has her own set of rules. As with always for Spicy Homemaker, Melissa, she
is innovative.
adds spice.
She does. She absolutely does. She's very innovative.
Melissa, you need to keep that name because you add spice to everything.
Everything.
You take what is calm and normal,
And spice it up.
and maybe a bit getting to the point, just like everything else, and you take it and go, blam!
Yep, it's like adding a little chili powder.
Oh, what was that cooking program where they were, was it BAM or, there's one cooking guy, I don't
Probably
want,
Yan can cook or somebody. But Melissa has great ideas, and all the FOs and all the whips are in our thread. But keep an eye on her group. Join her group. Keep an eye on her group because what happens with her is she does pop-up things.
Yes.
And they're in her threads. So make sure you keep an eye on her group because she'll do prizes there. And we have her rules posted in our group so you won't get confused.
So she's adding a little bit of spice of life to this cow, which makes it different from any of our other cows that we've
She's
done
fantastic.
in the past.
We really wanted her to do this with us. Kind of gets the heart going, right? Yes, I
a little
did
shot
that.
of empathy.
I did that. Okay.
Also, what I was going to mention, and I need to make sure I write this down somewhere. Maybe we can write it there. I am adding as a prize. I had picked up some purple Miss Babs that I had thought had gone with another yarn, and it didn't really once I brought it home.
What's the weight?
It's Yowza.
When were you going to tell me about that?
You don't use purple.
How do you know?
Because you don't.
See, she didn't even attempt to see if I want it. Not that I do, but I mean,
It's
really.
pure purple. You don't use purple.
It's a pretty color. It's gorgeous. I've seen it.
We just don't.
We don't use purple.
We don't do purple really.
We use purple in things,
but not pure
completely,
purple. And I had bought it to go with another yarn.
Yeah, that's when I gave you my other.
Yes,
yeah.
because I was gonna do it in a shawl, and then I looked at it. I was like, it doesn't go as well
That's
as
when
I
I
thought
gave you
it
the blue,
would.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now I don't have a use for this purple,
And it's gorgeous.
and it's gorgeous and deserves to be loved and made into something. So that'll be a surprise.
So that's awesome. And before she gets too much further into the cal, when I went through the cals, I forgot to mention Heidi Undead Yarn is doing a knit spin dye along again this year. I think that's what it's called. I always get mixed up the order.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
And I'm not sure how long it is. Check out her group, check out the thread, and try a little something different. Spin something, knit something, dye something, work with some hand spun. I don't think you have to dye. You can work with something that's an indie dyer like Miss Babs or something. I think that's considered indie dyer still, Miss Babs. I think she said.
I'm not sure.
I think it did last year, but I'm not sure. But if you do Heidi's yarn,
Yes.
or the other Heidi Peggy Knits yarn, something like that. I mean, anything, Marigold Jen, anything like that. I think that counts. But spin, knit, dye, do all three, and be a member of her group and post it there. It's a really
be a triple threat.
Be a triple threat. That's where I won my Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn bag last year from doing that. I dyed something and it was really fun. So that'll be a lot of fun. I forgot to plug that. I should put it in my notes.
And honestly, that's all I had to say about the cardiac read along anyway. I'm not going to do a fax this time around.
It's too long a
because it's too
podcast this time, but we'll do facts next time. Okay, so we are finally into our rough draft whips.
Which means that we're going to take a pause here because I'm out of tea. So, pause. Sorry about that break. You might hear some tea stirring a little bit in the background.
We had to wait for tea water to boil and such. So it's a little longer than we wanted to. My husband's home for the long weekend, and he said, I thought you were podcasting. I said, yeah, we're taking a break.
Take two.
Yes.
Yes. I wonder if sometimes bakery bears take breaks.
Oh, they must.
They must. I can't imagine they sit for 2 hours straight. Although
they go every place.
They go every place too.
Dan edits things. Okay, there we go. Dan and Kay.
I don't edit that much. My editing is
what
putting
you see is what you get.
A video, not even a video, putting a
pictures
at the beginning and adding music. Editing.
We are as we are. Yep. In the Fund Woman Cave.
Yes.
That. There. Yeah.
Your pointing is improving, young Padawan.
Okay. How many do you have? And don't count out loud.
But I want to. You're counting out loud.
I am not, in fact.
7.
Eight.
All right, you go first.
Okay. I think I have 8. Sometimes
Sometimes she lies.
Sometimes I do. Okay, let me see here. Whoops.
It's a bunny.
All right.
And we now have tea.
We now have tea in our bunny versus
Tortoise versus hare. And I have the same cup of tea that I did before.
So do I.
I usually do those leaves for 2 steepings.
Okay, and I don't like to mess up my stomach by having one tea at a time.
Although you do usually get a taste of whatever tea.
Yeah, but that's a taste.
Yes, it is a taste.
Okay, this is in my bag that I told you about that I won from Kim for the knit spin dye last year at Undead Yard. This is her sock size, I believe. It's a very generous sock size.
It is a generous sock size.
And it's Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn bag. And this yarn is... I apologize. Last podcast, I said this was the Violently Happy shawl, which it is. But then I said that this was the Autism Awareness yarn, which it is not. This is the Violently Happy Accident colorway, and this is the Vampiri base.
I would have never realized she made mistakes. I don't watch our podcast again.
I do, to make sure it's all synced up. So this is, I made a little bit of progress on this. I may have to switch cord on this because it's getting really bunched up, but we'll see. And you can see the colors are showing pretty well, the blues and the pinks and the purples and the oranges. It's a very nice colorway. I really like it. It's very happy. That's the name. I don't know why it's Violently Happy, but it is Violently Happy. And I'm using, this is a fingering weight, and I'm using US 8s for this. So it's a very light fabric, but it's not like it's not warm. It's really squishy because it's garter. And this is just a pattern. This is not anybody's pattern. It's my own pattern. So I don't know what. Maybe I'll write it up someday when I have some changes I want to make to it first. Once I finish this and see how it looks. So.
That was a very emphatic closing of bag.
It was. Okay, your turn.
Okay, so for me, it is the Saga of toys and socks. That is all you're going to see in this corner.
Saga
of
toys and socks. You heard it here. Okay.
So, the first pair of socks. These are the paid in full, not just boring boot socks pattern. I'm sorry. Paid in full is the name of the project. The patterning is Not Just Boring Boot Socks pattern by Corinne Walcher. I'm using Miss Babs Yazawara skein in the colorway Perfectly Reckless. Now, you guys might remember this project as originally having been the Dance All Night Slouch Socks. I had previously made the Dance All Night Slouch Socks in the exact same yarn for me. And I was getting really bored working the exact same yarn in the exact same pattern for Mom. So
and I wanted to get mixed up with hers anyway.
So I changed what pattern I was working on.
I have an owl.
I got about, yes, very good.
Davina made this.
What are you, 2?
You're taking too long to get to the point.
I got about halfway through the leg and then decided, I don't want to do this anymore, so I changed it. And I ripped it all out.
Mm-hmm. But I didn't care.
Yes. I probably would have kept whining at her. Okay, T's okay. Cancel the alarm. T is okay. I'm going to stuff this back in here because I think I'm going to switch over to working on this project. So I ripped it out and started again yesterday. Come here. I have...
Here.
This is my Avengers bag by Silver Shed. And I chose the red interior. Anyone shocked?
No.
I didn't think so.
I would have chosen blue.
You would have chosen blue. But anyway, I'm also using my Slip Stitch Studios DPN holder. And this is one of her older ones.
You said the new ones are bigger?
Yeah, the new ones are slightly bigger. I've had this one for years. I actually think it literally has been years. Oh, and I looked back at the one pair of socks that I have on the needles from a couple years back in the old vampire base of Heidi's. I had finished one sock and already passed the heel turn of the other one. I just need to finish those socks. Am I going to do it now? No, because it won't count for the sock long, but I do need to finish it.
You're going to make Allison go into hyperventilation because you tear it out?
No, I'm far enough along, even though they're fingering weight it's a beautiful yarn. It's self-striping black and red. I can't remember what colorway that was.
Black Widow, maybe?
No, it wasn't. It was something Freddy, I think. I think the color was Freddy. But I love the colorway. I haven't seen it again.
Oh, it's Heidi's yarn. Yeah.
It's Heidi's yarn. But I have to finish that pair of socks. I mean, I'm not halfway around the leg, but I'm started on the foot.
You're 3/4 of the way done.
Yeah, I mean, I just need to finish it. But
that
anyway,
looks tiny.
Well, it always does. It stretches.
Yeah.
See, yeah.
Okay, kind of like my bankhead hat.
Yeah. Well, anytime I was reading somewhere, and maybe it was a comment someone made on the thread. If it was on the Baker Bear Patrons Facebook group, they're saying, yeah, if you have a ribbing
It tightens up.
It tightens up.
Yeah.
And particularly if it's actually more stitches, like a 2x2 or a
Right,
4x4.
right. Instead of a 1x1.
Yeah, it goes and shrinks like vroom, but then when you open it up, it stretches.
I
Like
noticed that with
crazy.
the Bankhead hat, the last one I thought was so small, it fits beautifully.
So, yeah, not very far along. I haven't decided how long this leg is going to be yet. And by I mean Mom hasn't decided. And I am using one of my CJ Knit stitch markers. This is the green pony. Unicorn.
Pone?
Pony.
Pone?
Pony.
Okay.
So it's a unipony. So this got some love. And we'll be getting more love throughout the podcast because I've decided I'm going to knit on this.
Okay. My next one is my, let's see, it's in my PHN 2X Silver Shed USA bag by the lovely Ann Brody. I love her bags. I really do. Straps and zippers and pockets and all kinds of things. And this
The zippers is a new thing, though,
Yes,
which
it
I
is.
really do love.
Well, the zipper on top, though.
Yes.
I do love that zipper on the inside because I can use it as a purse then. But this is,
Oh, and I figured out a use for, I'm using her DPN holder to hold my chopsticks. Because I carry chopsticks in my purse, because I am special that way. In college, I used to eat everything with chopsticks. It was like my last year or two there. Jell-O, ice cream, everything. So I carry chopsticks
it's really
in my
interesting to
purse.
see her eat soup.
That's the only thing I was not able to eat with chopsticks.
Okay, this is my Under the Mistletoe shawl, and I'm not really sure how big this is because I can't. This is another one I think I'm gonna have to change needles for. Not needles, but cord. And these are my Knit Picks interchangeables. So I'm almost finished with I think my third or fourth skein of yarn. I've got this much to go on that skein.
It's fuzzy.
And I have this one in here, and yes it is. And I've got like 3 or 4 in there. If I finish this and I still have some of this left, I might make some hats out
I
of it.
think you're
or
going to have
make-
some of it left because it's getting kind of big.
It's getting big. And this is just going to be staying here. I might make a hat to match it. Maybe a Bankhead or
Ooh,
something.
no. You know what you need to make to match it? Fingerless mitts.
That too.
Because then when you're sitting there chilly or wrapped up and reading or knitting, you would have the fingerless mitts to keep your hands warm.
I really like this. I mean, this does have an imperfection in it. And I've kind of come to the conclusion, I keep saying I'm only going to wear this in the house. But I don't know. If I decide to make a hat and mitts to go with it, I might wear it outside. And, you know, if they don't like the fact that there's an imperfection in it, well, oh well.
You're looking too close.
They're looking too close. They shouldn't be that close. So it's getting really big. And this is in bulky
Stand
yarn.
so close
It's
to me.
shush, you oboe head. This is
I'm gonna console myself in my tea.
good. She messed me up. Where was I?
Talking about heads of oboes.
Okay, the pattern is the Just Knitted pattern by Susan Ashcroft, and this is a really good pattern for beginners because it's taken me forever because first of all I started off as a beginner, then I hurt my hands, and then I just got Project ADD, and you know, boom. So it's not a hard pattern. This is perfect for beginners. It's garter stitch and it has simple increases on each side, and it's really warm, and it uses I'm using 10.5s, and because I'm using 10.5s with bulky weight yarn, it's going really fast, even when I don't work on it, but maybe one row at a time. So I'm hoping to finish this relatively quickly, but you know, I might see something else I want to do. I need more bags, I think. Daddy just rolls his eyes.
Yes, he does.
Okay. He says, why don't you just finish something?
But no,
But I do finish things.
just not enough.
Not enough.
Okay, so this doesn't work nearly as well when I'm wearing a cowboy hat. Okay, because I usually stick the DPN behind my ear when I'm.
Right.
There we go. Alrighty, actually, what I'm going to do because I have a terror of that rolling away. There we go.
You skewered it.
I do it all the time.
It's bleeding little sock tears.
It bleeds tears. Okay, so in my which bag is this in? This one. In my Velveteen Rabbit bag by an unknown bag maker.
Doesn't she have a tag on the inside
No.
or anything?
I don't believe so.
She makes a really nice bag.
She does, but I have no idea. No, there's no tag on the
No
inside.
tag on her. Yeah. This is one of the first bags I got Talia for Christmas one year.
And it took me a while to use it because I hadn't knit socks at first.
It'd be great for hats and scarves and things too.
But this is C is for Cookie project, and it's the Not Just Boring Boot Socks pattern by Corinne Walcher. And I'm using Undead yarn in the werewolf base in the colorway Cookie Monster.
Is that the new werewolf base or the old one?
This is the new werewolf base.
I was going to say, boy, that's a pretty color.
This is
Substance
Substance Studios again, and this is one of her older DPN holders.
I love the colors on this.
So, I'm getting to a point where I'm slowly measuring out because I should be hitting the toe decreases pretty soon. I'm probably about an inch or so away.
Very nice.
And then I'll be able to start the second sock, which is good because I have a bunch of first socks started and no second socks yet.
You have to walk around with, like...
Mismatching socks?
Yeah, like R2-D2 and BB-8 socks. Those socks came out beautifully.
They did.
But I could not wear them that way. They would drive me insane.
So, I really like the way this yarn works up. I love this pattern. I just need to focus on this sock and finish it.
She did a good job on those socks.
Yes, she did.
This is beautiful. She's going to have to hide that because I like the colors.
And we wear the same size.
And we wear the same size, yes. Okay. Although since I don't knit socks right now, I can't say that they're mine. So,
yeah.
okay, the next one for me is my English Garden hat, baby hat. And this is a new hat. It's a preemie hat. I'm using my small preemie loom, and I'm using, I love this yarn, Chunky, in the Tiger Eyes colorway. This is what it looks like in the skein. It's really pretty. And this is what it's, oops. This is how it's working up. It is a bunny. So you can see the top is mostly blue at this point, but if you look, I can't really, there you go. You can kind of see the color of the bottom. It reminds me kind of like New Mexico or Arizona, you know, the desert, in this color. Kind of reminds me of that kind of an area.
It does.
This is in my
that area where the John Wayne tend to make all those movies.
Yeah, sort of like that. This is my Kikiboo bag, and I think this is Denise's medium bag. Is this her medium?
I can't remember.
I can't remember if this is her small or her medium. I think it's her
medium.
medium.
I think her sizes change too.
They do change. And I know she's making bags again. She's got a new podcast up too, if you want to watch. But this is my holiday owl bag, is what I call it, and I just love it. It's a very nice bag, and I put my hats in here. Okay.
It's my turn again.
It is your turn.
Okay, hold on me. There we go. I just want to make it more than 3 stitches in. There we go. All right. The next are the Cozy Hearth socks, which is a 3 chimneys pattern by K.F. Jones of Bakery Bears fame. Is this bag? Yeah, I think it is. And I'm using Undead yarn in the werewolf base in the colorway Phoenix Ember. And this is a Debbie Reese Designs bag, and I had won this from Melissa of the
Spicy
Homemaker podcast for the Blasteds.
It was a chatter thread for the knitting games.
Yes. And I'm using a Slipstitch Studio, a newer DPN holder, and this is Star Trek Next Generation, with a particular focus on Worf, Beverly Crusher, Wesley, and Data, it looks like.
Yeah. The other ones get kind of cut off.
Yeah. I could do without Wesley on there.
Yeah.
He's not my favorite.
I like Wesley when he gets older.
Yeah. So, I'm about to... I got a lot of work done on this.
That's pretty.
I worked on this when you guys were on...
on our little date? No, that was not last week, though.
Yeah, but I also did finish... I started the heel flap then, and then I finished it and did the heel turn this week.
Very nice.
I just need to pick up for the gussets. I just need to figure out how many I'm going to pick up. Because this pattern was written for fingering weight socks. And so I'm doing some creative adjusting to make this for DK weight. But I like the way it's working out. There are fairly detailed notes on my project page because, like I said, this is meant for fingering weight socks, but I wanted to work this pattern. I think it'll fit nicely.
I think so. It looks like it.
So,
It's a nice pattern.
It is. And this has been kind of a personal challenge to me because I've never done this before where I've taken a fingering weight pattern and adjusted it to make it the size I want. Which, if this works out, this opens up a whole new realm for me because I don't like working fingering weight socks. But if I can creatively adjust patterns to make them into the weight of sock I want to, that opens all patterns up to me.
And I will just take that, if I'm making socks, and take her adjustments. So, I don't have to chew cabbage twice. It's already been chewed. Okay? All right, so...
I would suggest chewing your cabbage more than twice to prevent choking.
Why are you chewing it? Okay, are you done?
Yes.
Okay, in my Stitch by Mimi bag. I love this.
I do want you to take one more look at this colorway.
Okay. It's a gorgeous colorway.
It's gorgeous. It's
That's
not...
Heidi's, right?
Yes, this is Heidi. It's not being truly captured to its full awesomeness.
It's kind of a coral.
It is. It's not fully orange.
Salmon or...
It's a brick.
I don't know if it's really a brick. I mean, some bricks are that color. I think
I've seen bricks this color.
but that's not a normal brick.
That's why I chose this for this project,
Right.
though, because it is a
Right.
brick-ish
It
color.
can be a brick color.
But it is more of a coral.
In my Stitch by Mimi teacup bag, this was a special, or this not a special, or specially made bag because she knows what I like. I was so excited to receive this. This is my bonfire shawl from the Sock Knitted Shawl pattern by K.F. Jones. And I'm using US 9 5mm circular chow glue fixed. These are my favorite needles, my chow glues. And I haven't really done much on this. I did a little bit. And I know if I just sit down and do it, I can finish it. But there it is. You might say, hey, it doesn't look much different, but I did do some. So it's getting shown. And the colors are showing up really nice. The coppers and browns and rusts and things like that. Just a really pretty skein of yarn. This is Miss Babs' Yowza What a Skein in the Rishi colorway. And it's just lovely. I'm enjoying working with it. I'm enjoying the pattern. I think the pattern goes well with the yarn and vice versa. And I will continue to work on that. Most of my stuff is, at this point, they're all plops because I can't work on one thing for very long most of the time. So I have to kind of go from one thing to another. Okay.
Okay, so... the next one is... I'm trying to remember which bag I put this in.
What are you looking for?
Oh, that's in this bag. Okay. The next one, I don't think I showed this last time. Or I barely showed it because it was barely there.
What is it?
No, I didn't show this. This is Shadow Cat. This is Miss L's Basic 6-Ply Sock by Miss L. And I'm using Undead yarn on the witch base in the colorway Hexen Breast Self-Striping. And this is for Mom.
Mine.
This is the yarn that I was begging off of her last week, so I know this wasn't started last week. I might have gotten a lot of work on this. This has been my purse knitting.
I love the colors. They're really pretty.
And this got a ton of work done on it.
That's so pretty.
And it does stretch.
Love it. Isn't that gorgeous?
I think I'm about 7 rows till heel turn. Or heel flap.
I don't have any stripy socks. I don't have any handmade socks, so this is going to be fun.
Yes.
My downstairs laundry room looks like a Chinese laundry because all her socks are hanging on the line.
Yeah, I washed them in a pillowcase this time around. Actually, I think my tomato garden socks...
Bled a little bit?
No, it didn't bleed. I think that they... when I was wearing them, they felt it a little bit on the bottom.
Oh, right.
So it actually made a nice, firm bottom on there. Those are the most comfortable socks. But I kind of like the way they did that on bottom because it's almost like a slipper now.
Right.
This is super soft. I wish you could feel this.
It's so pretty. I didn't want to give these to her, but I figured I'd get socks.
Yes. I just wanted the joy of working with the yarn. And I will give you back your partial skeins.
Well, you can have some for your blanket. You know, I figure you earn that, so, and then I'll take the rest.
And this is in my Cool Cats Slip Stitch Studios DPN holder.
And that's a sport weight, right? This is which base?
Which base is sport, I believe.
Yeah. Okay.
I have some Snap Crapple Oh Crap Pop in this base. I need to figure out what I'm going to make with it.
Okay.
because I only have one skein.
Okay, in my Knitting's My Bag, this is a sweater size bag, and she made this for us, a special order for Autism Awareness, I think it was 2 years ago. And this is my Cinna, which is Taya Sparkle, which is in testing, so I can't show you. The only thing I can say is that I changed out some of the colors. Instead of the orange, I'm using pink and this color. This, you might recognize this from when I did Biddy, the turtle. It was the bottom of the shell. Mm-hmm. So I'm using that instead, because I started knitting up part of it in the orange, and I just didn't like the way it went. I didn't have anything that went with it without clashing in my head, so I put that. I have some sidewalk chalk and a green that it'll go really pretty with, and I use something else for my Cinna. And you guys can see that when it gets finished, or when it's out of testing, whatever comes first.
Yeah. I think it'll be finished before it's out of testing, because it's in testing until September 3rd.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one. Now we start the toys part of the saga.
Well, We've each done a toy, haven't we? Or
I haven't done one yet.
I've done, okay.
In my it's in this bag. In my Knitting's My Bag, Birds bag. Yeah, this is one. Okay, it's Tabasco, which is Oops the Bunny, by me, and I'm using Dragonfly fibers in the colorway Airport Hot Sauce. And actually, this was a sweater, and then I looked at it, I was like, I'm not going to finish this sweater. I have a red sweater with cables. Why am I lying to myself? So actually, this partial sweater's in here. It's off the needles, but I'm slowly unraveling
You're going to make
it.
Allison get sick.
Well, this one was not almost done.
She's doing it on purpose, Allison.
This one was not almost done. It wasn't even half done. The only reason why Allison nearly got sick...
Allison needs this vacation.
So she's coming to the States closer to where I am?
She's going to Brittany to get help. The
I love...
really small.
Well, it's the hook I used. My bunnies in sport weight turn out small. Mm-hmm. Because I am a tight crocheter. Look at him.
Look at that face.
I love the golden eyes.
It's great.
It's going to be very hard to give him away. I'll just take many pictures.
Reminds me of Raph.
And I'm not giving him away. I'm going to be selling him, most likely.
Oh, his little body just shuddered. His little half head.
So, not into slavery, but selling him to be loved. There he is.
He's adorable.
So, he got some love.
I didn't work on any of my toys this time around except Cinna.
So this is for Tortoise vs. Hare and Cardiac Run Along.
Yeah. Okay. My next one. This is a baby hat. This is, I still haven't named this. Baby hat, 3 to 18 months. I'm using a Cindy Wood Crafts 41 peg worsted weight loom. What did I just do here? It's stuck.
Is that matching your shawl?
No. This is more purple.
Okay. I guess it is, yeah.
This is I Love This Yarn. No, this is Red Heart with Love. And I did work on this a little bit. You can see it's starting to
pull past the
bottom. And this is a 3 to 18 month size, as the title says. So it's looking really nice. I tore out a couple of these because I must not have been paying attention, or I was getting used to the spacing or something. And I was looking for the thing that pulls out here that you can loop, and not looking at the top, and I would miss the end and either go over it or forget it or something. But I can probably finish this in a couple of nights if I just sit down and do it. But butterflies are more likely owls. So, and this is in another one of my Knitting's My Bag bags. This is one of the first ones she gave to me. I bought from her. It's the Angels bag. And I really love this bag because I love angels. Mm-hmm. Angels and owls. There we go. So that's that.
Okay, so the next one you already have seen me working on. Let me take a sip of tea. Conquered, which is the Biddy the Bashful baby turtle pattern by me. And I am using Miracle Jen in the Worsted Merino Superwash on the colorway Conquered, and then some nip picks for the other colors. Besides the tortoise versus the hare, you can also, enter any toys that you work into the Ami along.
Right.
There should be a link in the show notes.
Cool.
Also, there are links and further information in my blog.
And the Cinna, my Cinna, is also in Marigold Jen. So Marigold Jen's getting a lot of work right now in our house.
I finished a head.
Aw. Look at how little. It's cute. Very cute.
So there's a head, and you saw me working on the shell. I love how this shell is working.
That's a beautiful colorway. I'm going to have to get some of that.
And this is the colorway Concord.
Thing is, if I make a biddy out of that, I'm going to keep it.
Look at that colorway.
That is just gorgeous.
I think I originally intended this for an owl when I picked it up. Actually, I wanted a second one so I could make a pair of socks, but she didn't have a second one. So,
ooh, I have that green one that I was going to make an owl out of. I bet it'd be better for the biddy.
Probably.
Yeah.
So, I couldn't stand to walk without the yarn because I've fallen in love with it, so I had to make it for a toy instead.
It's beautiful.
So,
I really like that colorway.
It's gonna, and the bottom shell is gonna be a really deep blue. So.
Oh, that's gonna be nice.
So it's a really.
That's very striking.
Well, striking is what I do with.
Look at me! Look at me! Look at me!
Well, you gotta make a statement with your colors.
Over here!
You two!
Up here! Up here! Three amigos, for those of you who might be wondering. Okay.
So yes, and this is in my Ploverbird stained glass Batman bag.
All right, I think this is my last one. I have a lot of these in my bag this time. This is my bag.
You must have only had 7 this time and not 8.
No. Do I not have the other bag? Oh, I forgot. I did forget one. I forgot one of my bags. I'm going to have to get up and get it when you're talking.
Okay.
Okay. This is my Sleepy Gnomes bag, or Lazy Gnomes is what she called it. I don't see why. But anyway, this is my Jazzy Stripes hat project from the Bankhead pattern by Susie Gorley. And I'm using US 7 4.5 millimeter Chow Goo red circular lace needles and Hobby Lobby.
I love the way
this
that's working out.
And the Jazz Stripe colorway. And I just started the hat itself. I'm not doing the ribbing anymore.
That looks really nice.
So I really like this pattern. It does look nice. I want to enter this in the Stockinette Zombies stripey.
It is definitely striping.
So I'm really enjoying this. It's such a pretty... This is just Hobby Lobby. I mean, just Hobby Lobby. It's an acrylic.
I need to actually enter... If I finish your socks,
yeah.
I need to enter those in the stripey.
It's so pretty. I really like this yarn, and this is a really fun pattern. I'm actually in the middle of a row, and I'm in a pattern row, but that's okay. I know what the pattern is. This is one that if you do it once, and then you get started on the second time, you kind of know where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really nice to find a pattern that, as a knitter, it's not as a crocheter, but as a knitter, because I can do crocheting, I might pretty well see what I'm doing. But as a knitter, that I can actually see what I'm doing. I love this hat. So much fun, and it's turning out.
And that's Dan's.
That's Dan's fault. Dan's, yeah, he could take the hit. He's a big guy. He can take the hit. He's a strong guy. There. And I'll get my other one. You go ahead and talk.
So the next one didn't exist last podcast either. Like the past 4. The past 4 projects I cast on this week because yes, I apparently do that.
This is not the right one.
This is the Cardiac Read Along 2016 project, and
Oh, there it is.
what
Right there.
I decided was, oh, Mom,
Tea spilled.
hold on.
It was blending into my couch. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. In my Ploverbird Kissing Bunnies bag, you guys haven't seen this one in a while.
Yeah.
This is one of the last bags.
Is that one of the ones you always used to have designs in?
It is.
Yeah.
Then I started using it to hold mini skeins, and then I
Right.
missed it, so I pulled it out again. Also, I needed one that was big enough to hold this book.
And that's the Knit Red.
Knit Red. One of you guys will be lucky enough to win this book. It's got recipes in it, heart healthy recipes. It's got heart healthy tips in it, and it has patterns.
Yeah. And you'll be getting another lucky winner will get the crochet version as well, which I have one over there.
And I decided to start the cabled knee highs.
That looks really nice.
And they are by Deborah Norville.
Oh, that's nice. Huh. For her yarn. Is the yarn Deborah Norville or the socks?
Yes, the yarn is as
Deborah,
well.
Deborah and the Premier Yarn Design Team.
A Deborah Norville collection, everyday soft worsted solids.
Right here, Doug.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it is her her yarn as well that she suggested using. And the instructions happen to be written for my size.
Really?
7.5. I more like an 8, but 7.5 isn't gonna make that much of a difference.
Is that circumference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to make this pair of socks because she only makes it for one size.
Right. That's the circumference of the foot.
Of the foot.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you can do it as long as you want.
Mm-hmm.
So, Slip Stitch Studios knitting sheepies, DPN holder, and I had made a mistake on one of the sections along the increases for the calf, but then I dropped down and fixed it. I'm waiting for my non-spear DPNs to come in. These are knit picks, and I believe, I can't remember what the size is, what the length is.
They look like they're about 8 inches.
No, 8 inch. They are 8 inches.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my 6-inch Chaigus to come in. And this pattern calls for knitting on 3 DPNs, knitting with a 4th one. I prefer to knit on 4, but I followed the pattern because I didn't want to mess up the cables.
It's really pretty.
So there's the front of the sock right there. And then I'm on the calf increases. Actually, I'm knitting straight now. I finished the calf increases. And then there's this side. So I worked on this during, I forget what we were watching. Oh, we were watching Gunga Din.
Oh, yeah. Din, Dungle Din.
So
Very nice.
I wanted to be able to, I've been meaning to knit something from this pattern book for years, and I just decided this was the year. And this is, it calls for worsted weight yarn and an acrylic yarn. I decided I wasn't going to do that. And I think it'll stretch enough regardless.
Well, you like your socks a little tighter anyway.
Yeah, this is, once again, Dragonfly Fibers Traveler in the colorway Airport Hot Sauce. Because, yeah, it's a DK, but, you know, I think it'll be okay. I didn't change needle sizes or anything. I didn't do a gauge swatch. I'm just going for it. It will fit. So says I.
Okay. My last project, which was right here, it was just blending in, that's why she couldn't see it, in my Silver Shed USA Eeyore bag. Yes, I know it's got Winnie the Pooh. It's Eeyore. See, there's Eeyore right there. Eeyore. And in this is my Biddy the Bashful Baby Turtle. And I'm using, this is by Talia. Mm-hmm. And I'm making this for the PHN Cardiac Red Along and the Tortoise and the Hare Cal and the Amy Along. So I'm triple dipping with this, wherever I can put it. And right now I'm working on the shell. So this is the shell color. And this...
You can't use it in the cardiac. Oh, you can.
This is, yes I can, it's got red in it.
Yeah.
Even the shell has red in it. Up here.
Oh, I guess it does.
And that's the bottom of the shell, and this is the rest of it. So, and I'm having fun with it. This is Knit Picks yarn is in the red and yellow, and this colored yarn is Cascade.
Got a lot of work done on that one.
Yeah, I did. Yarn Cherub Collection Kaleidoscope, which is a DK Sport. So, and I'm using a bee hook for this to get it tighter, but it's still going to be bigger than Talia's.
Oh, yeah. I'm just a tight crocheter.
So.
And now my patterns even say this, hey, your measurements most likely are going to be
and you're going to use a
bigger than mine, and you're going to use a little more yarn because I am a tight crocheter.
I figured I'm not going to try to match her gauge anymore because that's how I hurt my hand in the first place. So that's this. Okay, so that's the last of the whips.
Yes, that leads on to FOs.
Okay, FOs, I only have one.
And I only have
yours
one.
is a big one, so I'll do mine first. Mine is just an itty-bitty one. But I wanted to have something.
Itty bitty, teeny weeny, yellow polka dot bikini.
No, it's a pink hat. I don't think I have pictures of it yet, so I won't give it to you yet. But
Yeah. It's a cutie.
little pink hat, little baby hat, preemie hat, and it's going to go to the hospital or pregnancy center or wherever it goes. So, I like these colors. This was held double, 2 yarns held double on the loom, and it was the variegated and a pink, hot pink. So, and that's how it turned out. This one, for some reason, I had a little trouble with the tension on this one. I'm not sure why. But it's okay. It'll work. And this is in my Laura Smoot bag Laura gave me, because that's where I put my finished baby hats right now. Okay.
Okay, so spearing the hat, the sock. I finished, and those of you who have been on Ravelry know this already. I have finished the tutorial pony for Sparkle the Unipony. Meet Martin. He has a whole story behind him.
Hold.
Yeah, she told Martin she didn't like his horn.
I did not tell Martin that. I told you that on the walk. You just hurt his little pony feelings.
Well, thankfully he's practical. Sparkle's not so practical. He is, in spite of his orange horn. He's got more magic than she does. But he wants to be an accountant. Or an engineer. He figures someone has to make money for the less practical members of his clan.
His clan or his herd?
He says clan.
Are you a Celtic unicorn?
I think they must be, because he said clan, and I tend to believe Martin over Sparkle. Sparkle's a little flutterhead. He's more magical
This
than
is
she
actually
is.
a really nice size for cuddling. Laura, you're going to love cuddling this one.
So, this is 4 different undead yarns. This is the horns colorway.
Isn't that the one she dyed up for you special?
Mhm.
Yeah.
This would actually be perfect for a robin breast, but I don't think I have enough for that.
Yeah.
So Heidi, I'd love to have more of this. If you ever think of dyeing this up again,
let her
I will
know.
buy it from
Let
you.
her know, yeah.
This is the Shire. I believe it's neon.
I love that shot.
And it makes him look like he has hazel eyes, which I love.
Hazel green, yeah.
This is
Is this Atlantis or Jaws?
Atlantis.
Yeah, I love Atlantis. I have some of that.
And this is Grape Ape.
She has grape ape?
Grape Ape.
I didn't know she had grape ape.
It's slightly different in color from
Purple vein.
Purple Vein, which is what Sparkle's made out
You
of.
get a better idea of what it is on the feet.
Yeah.
On the hooves. I
Because
apologize.
the Purple Vein has a little more pink in it, which is why it went so well with the pink in Sparkle's hair.
Right.
But yes, this one is mine. I'm keeping him. But yeah, he is the tutorial toy, so all the sewing. I think that the cashmere stretched a little bit more,
Right.
so I had to do a little bit more creative sewing.
Heidi's
with that.
hyperventilating. Cashmere and a toy.
Hi, Heidi.
I think I have cashmere in one of my toys too.
He's
Heidi.
pretty though.
He's
a pretty
soft.
boy.
He's soft.
I just called him a pretty boy. So he's mine. I'm, like I said before, I'm not a huge purple fan, but it really fits Sparkle's personality.
Well, we use purple. We just don't wear purple.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah. Just finished him. And that's why I haven't been on Ravelry that much, because it took me a solid 8 hours to record all the tutorial videos and do the piecing for him.
Not to mention the hair and everything.
Yeah, and the hair and everything. Actually, hair doesn't take that long.
He's got a shorter mane than she
He
does.
does. I was going to do a little longer, but I think I cut my pieces a little shorter for his hair. And I worked halfway down, actually farther than I worked with hers. I might have to, no, I kind of like his hair a
No,
little
leave it
shorter.
alone.
It works for him.
He's a boy.
Yeah. And initially, actually, I did his tail a lot longer. Then I realized I didn't want it that long, and I trimmed his tail.
Well, I figure what I'll probably do when I do my hair is I'll probably make it longer. I can always cut it.
Exactly. So I'm working on editing the tutorial videos now, and by editing, I adjust the sound a little bit. My GoPro doesn't pick up sound quite as well, but the video quality, guys, it is so much improved. I love the way my GoPro is working for that.
Okay.
So, yes, thank you to my testers. You will be... I love playing with his hair. It's so thick.
Don't get sidetracked. I have things to say and we have not much time to say.
Okay, so you will be getting the update of your patterns, my testers, as soon as I'm finished putting the tutorials into the patterns. But
Yeah.
you don't need them right away. You just need them
Yeah.
when you get to the
When
end.
you get to the end.
And
You'll be a
honestly,
while.
It's a big toy.
It's a
and you
big toy.
have till September 3rd.
Of course, we have somebody like Valeria who just goes.
Well,
zoom.
Valeria is very fast.
She is.
But I think this might even test you, Valeria.
Yeah, but she's got a lot going on.
And
right now.
Laura, even you, I think, will be tested. Although she finishes turtles like that.
Yeah, but this has a little bit of different stuff with the hair and everything.
Yeah.
Once she does the first one, then she'll be.
Yeah, although the pieces themselves don't take that long.
No, the pieces.
The largest part.
It's the bottom and the middle take the most
Yeah.
part, but
Okay, buddy. You've had your moment of fame.
more than 15 minutes.
Yes.
Do you have anything else to say about that?
No.
Okay, I have some writer's block. I am going right now. I may frog them, but right now they're on hibernation. My Elmo project, which is from the Elmo and Cookie Monster pattern, and my Vleer amigurumi puppy dog pattern. I'm working too many right now. I'm working Talia's patterns, and it hurts my hand too much to do too many more. So right now they're going in hibernation because I love them, and even if I do take them out, I can always do them over later. But right now they're gonna. And if I start over again, if I frog it and start over again, Valeria, that dog will still be Vleer regardless. So it's just that right now I can't do them. So they are going. Right now they're in hibernation. They may be frogged until such time as I can,
Focus on them.
focus and handle it with my hands. So, okay. Now, what's next? Do you have any baby hat stuff or?
Let's see. Nothing new with baby hats yet. I just need to deliver them. I've been saying that for weeks. I need to put it in a backpack and put it by the door when I go to work, so I take it with me. Royalties.
Yes,
I have a couple.
I have a few as well.
So,
Oh, before we do that, one thing that goes, I guess I'd go with author stuff. Go ahead.
first one, I picked up some Countess Ablaze, which I've been wanting to for a while. Picked it up for socks.
So pretty.
This is Countess Ablaze, Turn It Up. And this is Cheviot Calvary Aaron.
She has wonderful color sense. I mean, just look at these colors. Isn't that beautiful?
It smells like a sheep.
It does.
Um,
It's just gorgeous.
so
And it feels like it's going to be long wearing.
Yes, it does.
This is a true Aaron weight.
It
This
is.
very, very thick.
And I think it'll felt a little bit at the bottom, which is nice. I actually like it when it felts a little bit on the bottom.
Dear sheepy.
Yes.
Very nice.
So, I look forward to starting this. It'll be a while, though.
Okay.
Because I need to finish some socks before I start some more.
I picked up on a D-stash. I could not resist. This is Socks That Rock. And this is in the Sockgate DHD colorway. The lady had a super price, and she was great to work with. And I may have a second skein coming in from another D-stash, but I have to wait for the lady to get back from Europe. She's getting back tomorrow. So she'll send it up. Or she's back today and going to mail it tomorrow. So I'll have a companion to this. This is gorgeous. It's kind of a chartreuse and purples and blues
Red.
and red and black. It's just really pretty. And the way it works up, I saw somebody who did a project with this, and it looked really pretty. So I was thinking maybe a shawl, or if that doesn't work out, I'm going to have to learn to make socks. Or I'll just give it to Talia, and she can work it out and make socks. She wants to use Socks That Rock, right?
I actually haven't used Socks That Rock yet.
Yeah, I have. My bubble wrap shawl is out of Socks That Rock. Medium weight. This is medium weight.
Mom's getting to the point where she's like, Talia can make socks for me.
That's not what I got this for. Okay. The only reason I got the second one was because there's an old Socks That Rock, and then there's, I guess, and there's a newer one. The new one has 405 yards, and the old one has like 380 or something like that, and this is the old one. So it wasn't quite enough for me to make something, so I went ahead and ordered a second one, and hopefully, and that was also on D-Stash, so that's really cool. It's the only one left, actually, on D-Stash.
Next for me is Book Fair.
Do you have, how much do you have on the book fair stuff?
3.
Okay.
But I was just going to show them all together.
Okay. 'Cause I have a couple things to show, so I was wondering.
Well, then I figure when you're showing your stuff, I can just knit happily.
Okay.
First thing this isn't the first thing I picked out, but this is the first thing I pulled out.
I forgot you got that one, yeah.
Interweave Favorites, 25 knitted accessories to wear and share. And there's a lot of fun accessories in here, but I actually picked it up with socks.
And I almost picked this up, and I said, there's no point in picking up two of them. We're in the same house.
This is the His and Her Socks by Ann Budd. And it uses sport weight yarn. I just had to pick up US2 needles.
And she got this for under $5.
Yes.
This book.
$4.75.
So if you get a pattern out of these, we went to the Green Valley Book Fair, and they have fantastic prices.
Oh, I love the mitts in this pattern, too.
Yeah.
In this book, too. But
It's a beautiful book.
the other socks that I put in, that's finger weight, but I might eventually be able to adjust that. I wasn't going to pick up a book that had finger weight socks only. And these are the Macintosh boot socks.
Oh, those are nice.
DK weight.
Very nice. They remind me of Seattle.
So, those are the two patterns I picked this book up for, although I could possibly make others in here. So, for $4.75, a steal.
Because these books are put out by Interweave Press and things like that, and they were I don't know if they're overstocks or what, but Green Valley Book had a huge crochet and knit, no dyeing, but crocheting, knitting, sewing, quilting, everything.
Yeah. Then I picked up for reading in bed for my real books, a book light, and this was originally $9.96, and I got it for $2.75. So, I think it said it's available in 4 colors. I think the color in here is probably black.
Right.
So got that. Probably need to add batteries to it.
Yeah.
And then their history section unfortunately wasn't that awesome. It was mostly American history.
They go through phases with the. If we go closer to September to the Green Valley Book Fair, you're going to have more things that have to do with school. Mm-hmm. So you'll get the history and the English and all that kind of stuff.
But the kid history section was huge.
Well, yeah.
And the thing is, their history section was decent, but it was all American history.
Right.
They didn't have any medieval history, and their English history area was kind of sad.
They usually do have more toward the school year.
And they had, like, a lot of Prince Harry and Diana.
Right, that's current events.
And I'm just like, I don't care.
Kay and Dan are going, what?
I'm kind of odd. I don't care about the current royalty that much. I like the history. Give me the history. But they had this in warfare. In military history. I'm like, Henry VIII, hardly military history. But $4.75 for Alison Weir's Henry VIII. This could go for double this.
Oh, even more than that. Probably.
So, I'm so excited because I know I don't have this one.
Some good pictures in it.
It does. Well, her books always do. So, I actually kind of sort of pushed my way in between two people talking to get to this. Well, they were standing there, like, in the middle of the aisle just chatting. I'm like,
gush, gush, gush.
So, he has a big sticker on his face.
He's been marked.
And this is a Hans Holbein painting of Henry VIII. So, yes, I look forward to reading this eventually.
Okay. I'll show you this all together. This is Knit Picks. I had ordered this yarn so I could finish my biddy. And Taya let me have some red, so this is actually yours.
Thank you.
But this is black, white, and yellow to complete what I need for biddy in the proper weight. So that's that.
Is it sports?
It's sport weight.
Okay, I just need to make sure. I have two separate areas. I have a section of designing yarn that's all knit picks, and I have a basket full of sport weight and basket full of worsted weight. I keep them separated.
Okay, my books that I picked up, I got this one for $6, and it's by Tanis Gray, Knitting Architecture. And actually, the reason I got this book, the whole reason, there's a couple patterns in here that I like, but the one I really want is this one. It's knit flat, everything, including the sleeves, which means I seam the sleeves and everything, which makes me happy. It looks like this in the back. The patterning on that. I think I'm going to have to pick up stitches for the collar, but isn't that gorgeous?
It's a good skill for you to learn anyway.
Right, but not to have it all dependent. It has lovely sweaters in here. Like this one's all done in one piece, it looks like. This is the other reason I got this shawl. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is also put out by Interweave, and I got it for $6. This book I got for $4. It's called Wanderlust, and the reason I got this one it's a shawl. It's a wrap called a Snoqualmie. I used to live in Washington State, and we used to go to Snoqualmie Falls, and I'm assuming that's where it's from. With the name Wanderlust. Where is it? Here it is. Snoqualmie. It's supposed to be an asymmetric. It looks like a stole, but they say it's asymmetric. It's not focusing. It's really pretty. And there's a couple other shawls in here that I really like. But like I said, when you pay $4 to $6 for an entire book that's put out by Interweave Crochet, you know, that's what you get for one pattern. And there are just hats in here. It's just...
Hey, I need to pause a moment.
Why?
I need to... Hold on.
Sorry about the interruption. We're going to have to pick it up here because we have some things to do with my husband. Okay, this one was also from, no, this is not Interweave Crochet, but this is Start Knitting Today. And this is really basic, but it has some really good patterns in here, sets and things. And the one thing that I kind of liked here was that it shows how to seam a hat really well, and it also shows how to put a pom-pom in. Which is something that I always had trouble with. It kind of wobbles. So it shows you how to put a pom-pom in. And, you know, they have sets. It's all garter stitched in the first section, and then they go through and they have a set for stockinette stitch. I thought something like this would be a nice set for Davina. It's a cowl, a headband, and some mitts. And if I did like red and pink or something, or not red and pink, yellow and pink or something, she would love that. So this is what it's at. They call it a turban headband, but that's what it looks
She'd
like.
like it. She'd think it's stylish.
She would think it's stylish. So this, you know, and it gets progressively. It's almost like having a course.
It's a shame there's not like a yarn that works out as a print or something. She'd love that.
They do have those. They have them where they actually work out like sometimes those baby blankets do like little pictures and things.
Yeah, because if there was like a leopard print or something, you could do that for the mane and like yellow and where that turban part is. She'd love it.
Or or you could do yellow with the like for the mitts, yellow with the mitts, and then like an ermine kind of Now this I got mainly because it's got some really good, and this was $3.99 and by Stackpole Books. It's got some really good, clear pictures of how to do things. Which I thought it had a couple things that it had Kitchenering in here that looked really clear, and it does have some patterns like these socks. So I think this will be really helpful. I'm starting to pick up more knitting things because I think that as much as I love crochet, I'm not going to be able to do as much, so I need to start exploring my options with knitting. So that's the stash enhancements. We'll do some author autobiography.
Design news really quickly.
Okay.
Sparkles in testing. Biddy has been released. Thank you, all my testers, for doing Biddy. And if you finish Biddy, please contact me about what prize you want for what Francis and Gypsy Designs pattern you want for yourself or someone else. Usually I say
one
that.
Pattern.
Yeah, one pattern. Mm-hmm. One pattern for you or someone else. And it has to be Francis and Gypsy Designs pattern. Usually I state that more during the test, but I wasn't feeling well when we did the Biddy test. I was sick during that whole period of time.
She was playing with bronchitis.
Yeah. Sparkle's now in testing. Thank you, everyone who picked up the testing for Sparkle.
And who wanted to.
And wanted to. Sorry for those of you who wanted to and couldn't get in. A lot of people wanted to do Sparkle this time around. And I have just started the sketch for the next
it's cute
pattern that I want to do. Autobiography. I don't think I worked on shared story this time around because simply I think I might have done a little bit.
I think you did just a little.
I forgot to highlight it in my show notes.
Right.
I feel like I did do a little.
Just a little bit, yeah.
But then I finished. I worked and then I finished Martin, and once I finished Martin, it was going to be tutorials, and that, like I said, that took 8 hours just to piece them and record the tutorials, let alone add it to the pattern, do everything related to testing.
And the computer's been slow.
Yes. And I've been reading Eleanor of Aquitaine. Making quite a bit of progress on it. I'm excited because when I'm done with her, I get to go on to Thomas Becket. I saw a book I want to pick up on Goodreads, and that's one on William Marshall, who is another player in here. So I've added it to my want to read for Goodreads. Let's see. There we go. The actual book part runs for 346 pages. I'm on page 252. So I have less than 100 pages to go. I can knock out that in a couple of weeks. There was a time where I could have just read that in a sitting when I was in high school or earlier, where I just read for hours upon hours.
Yeah, I used to do that too. I used to go through like a couple books a day sometimes.
Yeah. Now, granted, I was reading things like Star Wars books.
Yeah.
You know.
Anna Green Gables. That kind
Yeah.
of stuff. Okay. All right. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Okay. I'm reading The Maze Runner by James Dashner. That's going really quick. I'm reading Mary England by Joseph Pierce, who is a historian. And I'm also reading, I have to go back here to find the name of this book. I'm reading the Catholic Perspective on Paul by Taylor Marshall, which is really good as well. And I'm making good progress on all of those. I kind of have to stop reading certain books at night because I then don't want to go to bed. I haven't done any writing. I just haven't. I need to get back into that. I have felt like writing. I finally found a prompt that I wanted to write to, and I have to see if I can get the story I wanted to do. But we'll see. Let's see. I think that's it.
That's it.
So I want to say thank you to Pam, who is PJ Matilda from the PJ Matilda podcast. Thank you very much for the shout out for our podcast and for the cardiac read along. And of course, Melissa, Spicy Homemaker, also did a shout out for the cardiac read along.
Heidi, thank you for promoting Sparkle going into testing on Instagram.
And I think, I want to thank everybody who has YouTube comments. Yarnaceuticals, Acela Cellular, who used to be Sun Country.
I still think of her as Izzy. And
I do too, but she doesn't go by that.
Yeah,
anymore.
I'm trying to remember to call her by her.
Yarn Yetta 247 and Victorian Studios and Marcella Thompson. Thank you for your comments. I haven't gotten to all of them. Talia has gotten to most of them. So we thank you for your comments. We really appreciate them. Oh, before I know what I forgot. This is, I finally went through all my scraps of paper and put down my recipes for my dyes, my colorways. Now they're very, very basic. I kind of just said I did this, and this, but these colors didn't kind of dismount much. I'm going to have to play with them to get the colorways. But I have,
the process has begun.
I have Oriental Rug, Owl, I have Painted Desert in here, Christmas, I have Creme Brulee. But I have to play around with them and see if I can get them to where I want, maybe tweak them a little bit. But I did take the step of actually writing it out, so it's in here. Okay, so having said this, it's a little bit of a long podcast, so we're going to say goodbye.
It's actually not as long as I thought it would be.
No, me either. We want to wish you all a very blessed week. First of all, happy Independence Day once again for those who celebrate. Want to wish you a blessed week full of knitting, crocheting, whatever crafting you do, or whatever it is that makes you happy. And we hope to see you here again in the PHN Fun Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 214, and that's a wrap.